Come on. Woo! And welcome to the Big Al Show. This is TNA TJ. And why the woo? I'll tell you why. Because I found myself an old school Mean Gene Oakland toy. You know, the old school rubber ones that don't move, but they're the best. And yes, I'm excited. I don't have a friend to play with yet, but I'll get some more. You better believe it. Anyways, how you guys doing out there? We have a lot of wrestling news today. Big Al will be here in a minute. He is doing his thing right now, getting himself prepared. He is, I don't know what he's doing. I think he's getting some water, I guess. Clearing his voice, getting ready to talk and amuse everybody out here. So yes, TNA, I watched it this week. It's been weeks. And once again, what a rip-off, copycat league. They might as well, to me, because it's taped anyways. Just watch Raw, okay, write it down, and just do exactly what they're doing. You may get better ratings. TNA may be better. I don't know, but they might as well. What was the TNA guys fighting other TNA guys when the ECW guys came in? I didn't get it. Crap. It's a what do they call it? Bush League. That's what it is. That's what it is, folks. You guys are watching an indie, worse than an indie show. You might as well, instead of wasting your time, take $5, $8, $10 maybe, go to your local gym, okay? You may find an indie show there, just, 15 wrestlers, maybe more amusing than what they're giving you on Thursday. TNA crap pack. It's crap. It's garbage. It's going to go out of business. I'm telling you guys now, I'm predicting this. 2 years from now, mark it down, it's going to be gone. You guys are going to be buying DVDs from WWE because they're going to just buy the rights and they're going to sell the DVDs and you're going to see it's not even going to be a double disc or a triple disc like WCW had. It's going to be a one disc hour long because that's how crappy TNA is. There's really nothing to show. I feel bad. I want to know, is there anyone out there that even buys TNA DVDs? Please, tell me. Anyone, because I want to know. I don't think I could bear to watch 15 minutes of a TNA DVD. I can barely watch a show. You're going to, best moments, you can give me half an hour. Half an hour for the year of TNA's best moments. I can only count a couple, and they're about 15 minutes long. So I'm giving it an extra 15 minutes. Maybe I missed something. So 30 minutes this year is how good TNA's been. It's bad. It's just a disaster. I think, here's something funny. Tommy the Dreamer, that everybody likes. I don't like him. I think he's terrible, awful. He got hurt. In an evasion angle, I don't think he did anything but come in the ring. I think he hurt his back. So he's not going to be wrestling. He tore a tendon or something. I don't know. But that's pretty bad. Does that say it all, folks? An invasion and one of the guys got hurt coming into the ring. Yeah. Enough said. So Tommy Dreamer, you're a joke anyways, so who cares? Raven, who cares? Out of shape. And I'll tell you what, all those ECW guys, now, I guarantee you, God, even if you bring Sandman in, who's seen Sandman recently? I haven't. He could be terrible. You guys are just holding on to something, hoping that it's old school, it's something that's entertaining. TNA's sorry. That's how sorry it is. You got to hold on to an old school ECW theme to hope they come in and give you something, which is going to be nothing, folks. It's going to be nothing but a joke and a ripoff of what WWE is doing. Now, if they had done this earlier, it would have been way better. But once again, though, like I said, I don't get the whole run-in and TNA wrestlers coming in. You figure they're coming in to defend other TNA wrestlers just like WWE did, but then they start fighting each other. Yeah, I don't get it. Then Dixie Carter comes out and says, I brought them in. Okay, that's fine. But why are TNA guys fighting other TNA guys? Are they, is this like a dog fight? You know how like when dogs all get into a fight, and the other dogs start fighting another dog. You ever see that? Your two dogs start barking at another dog, and they start fighting each other because they're so hyper. What the hell is going on? Like that's a joke. Were they that mad? They were just like, man, I gotta hit somebody. RVD, man, I'm hitting you, even though you're on my side. Makes no sense. So, anyways, enough of TNA. Did I watch Raw? Did I watch Raw? I can't say that I did. Listen, you guys know I hate Raw. I hate WWE. It's not Raw. I don't like SmackDown, I don't like Raw. I don't like Saturday Night Fever, whatever the hell it's called. I don't like Sundays, Monday, Raw, Spanish edition. I don't like any of them, okay? I just never got into WWE, okay? Except for when I was a kid. But once WCW came around, that was it for me. WWE, I just didn't like it. It's just too kiddish for me. And right now, I guess because I'm so anti-WWE when I was a WCW fan, I just can't like it. You know, you guys have to understand this. And I'm sure you guys all admit, like, it's something like Coke and Pepsi, right? I like Coke a lot. But come on, we all know Pepsi's just as good, one or two. But I'll choose Coke. I'll defend Coke. But Pepsi's good. But, there's some people that'll take a stand. Spring water, I like spring water. I like purified water, so it's like that. And that's how it is with me. I even though it's probably good, in my head, I just don't like it. You know what I mean? I won't give it a chance. So that's the real reason I don't like WWE. I'm not saying it's bad or sucky, though other than Nexus stuff that I've seen, I don't see anything that's worthwhile anyways either. They're just lucky, to be honest with you. They got a name, and they got all the talent, and they got the money to stay afloat. It's 3.5 ratings, folks, for the talent they have and no competition. It's pretty bad. They should be getting 5s at least, right, minimum? So, yeah, I think wrestling in a whole has gone kind of down, kind of in a tube right now, stuck, and hoping that they bring me something, they give me something else. Here's Big Al coming soon. I see him down the hallway. This is a huge house, by the way. We do this in a studio house. It's like a 3-story. So, yes, I see him way down the hall. He's running, folks. So, but anyways, yeah, so wrestling to me is in a hole right now. It's like a little bubble. It's not dead, obviously, because we're doing a show here about wrestling, and you guys are listening, correct? So, you're intrigued still, but let's be honest, folks. It's really bad. Honestly, it's bad. And you guys, I know you all have your certain characters you like, but listen, most of the characters you guys like are old school guys, correct? You don't really like the new guys. I mean, the majority of you guys, like Undertaker, Shawn Michaels before he retired. God, you name it, right? The old school guys, Triple H, people that are still in it are still popular. Why? Because the new guys can't cut it. Ted DiBiase Jr. Okay, enough said. He's awful. Okay, they gave him something that was a non-failure, right? His dad basically handed it off to him. Here you go, son, run with it. Everybody knows you. Everybody knows me. This is an easy one. And he failed, folks. He didn't get across the finish line. He's still stuck, and I'll tell you what, I don't think they're ever going to do anything with him. Listen, they brought in Virgil for him, right? It didn't work. People don't care. For some reason, they just don't buy it. Why? Because he's a bad actor, and he doesn't entertain. And that's what's missing. It's not all about wrestling, folks. It's about entertainment, right? About the individual. Okay? And that's what...
Woo! Yeah! Nice job from TNA TJ. Welcome, everybody, to the Big Al Show from Big Al. What a great job TNA TJ just did starting off for us. I don't know. I got to get into the mood here for a minute, and I felt like TNA TJ, he needed 10 minutes to vent a little bit. You know, we could talk a little bit about some of the stuff you said. I disagree with some points, but, you know, overall, I don't think any wrestling fan, unless they're delusional, would think that the state of wrestling right now is healthy. We're definitely in a downtime. We're in the pits right now. I agree with that part, but, you know, I still have a lot of love for wrestling. I still enjoy watching Raw for the most part. You know, I still like a little bit of the WWE. I don't really watch SmackDown anymore. Impact, I like the Impact news because it's always hilarious, and it's great to do on the radio show here, but, you know, overall Impact is pretty shitty. You know, last time I watched an Impact was just for that Lethal Flair segment that you told me to watch, and it was outstanding.
Oh, breaking news.
Breaking news for you.
You're a gamer, right?
I love games, yes.
New TNA game out.
Oh, who cares?
Whoa! What do you mean? They got Hogan, and it's
the last. Well, that's not bad. I like Hogan. Now you're talking my language.
He's in black.
Oh, nice, even better. But you know, last TNA video game was terrible.
Oh, hey!
Whoa!
Guess what I got?
What do you got?
You're gonna be amazed.
Probably will be amazed.
Okay, it's an Xbox game, original, first gen, but it's a game, Legends of Wrestling. Showdown, and it's the only one, the last Acclaim game, that has the Ultimate Warrior.
Let's forget the Ultimate Warrior.
Isn't it cool?
We don't even speak about the Ultimate Warrior anymore ever since 2 weeks ago when he came through and broke the camera. I don't even want to talk about the Ultimate Warrior. But, hey, I want to give a shout-out right now. It's sort of a slow day. We didn't do much advertising for a live show today. But I want to give a shout-out to Andre Harrison for coming through in the chat room. He's always sticking with us. You know, we're getting a ton of the listens through the archives. A lot of people coming back and listening to the show, but always watching the live for the most part, Andre Harrison. We appreciate it, Harrison. And if you want, go ahead and call us up, and we'll let you do your Harrison analysis. He does that on the Internet, and you can come and do it on the radio show. Tell us what you think of Money in the Bank, the big pay-per-view coming up.
He's the English fellow, right?
He's the English fellow.
Good, good.
You guys, I think you went through predictions with him for the TNA pay-per-view. How did he do?
I don't know. I don't remember.
He's a what fan?
A Bears fan?
I don't know if he's a Bear fan. You can ask him if he calls into the show. All right, so let's go through some news because that's really the bread and butter right now. It's the good stuff that I want to sink our teeth into on the show today. So for the most part, we're just going to do some news today, and if anybody else shows up in the chat, we'll talk to them as well.
Give it up. Give it up.
Okay, let's start off with your boy Kevin Sullivan.
Hey,
he's not K-Dog. He's not K-Dog.
Oh.
He has not heard back from TNA. They're not. Yeah, I guess they're not interested in his storyline, which, as we said, Kevin Sullivan wrote a storyline for Dixie and TNA about. The major storyline was going to be a big name that they were trying to sign, and I guess it was going to take the whole year for them to sign him or not sign him, or it was going to be a whole process. What do you think of that?
It's better than anything they're doing now. What can
I agree.
Looks like it happens? Honestly, how bad could it get? Could it get worse?
Harrison said, "Did you turn heel? Because you were going crazy in the beginning there."
Oh, I'm always a heel.
Yeah.
I don't like faces for the most part. I don't think I've ever liked a face. Oh, maybe JYD. I like JYD.
Oh, he was awesome. He was a face forever.
But most of the time, I like that guy.
I know you do.
Vader.
All right, we got to jump on Vince Russo here for another minute. You know, you guys remember during the thick of the TNA WWE wars, I used to really go off on TNA because they pissed me off like no other. But, you know, I kind of calmed down because I realized it's not going to get any better. No matter how loud I get, it's not going to change. TNA is still going to suck. Dixie Carter with no clue what she's doing, and as proof, she's had Vince Russo there writing the whole time. The whole time she's been the owner. Anyway, so you heard about Ed Ferrara, who's always been sort of Vince Russo's right-hand man when he was booking in WCW and booking in the Attitude Era in the WWF.
He's the axe.
He got the axe. And I guess the story is, there's multiple stories, but the juicy one, the good one that I heard that could be the true one here, is Ferrara. They say his own friend, his own buddy here, was disagreeing with a lot of the stuff Russo was doing, so much to the point that they were having a lot of conflicts, and, Russo wanted him gone, or, I guess they made an agreement, or they just couldn't work it out together. So Ferrara is history.
All right. Pretty sure he's not upset.
Who's that?
Ferrara.
You think he had enough of Vince Russo's bullshit?
Do you think he cares? Do you think anyone cares? Honestly, they got fired today. In general, except for one of the shitty TNA wrestlers, because they won't get a job because they're so bad.
I think Vince Russo cares.
I don't.
I think he cares a lot, man. He will go and quote ratings, and he will explain to death why his booking or his shows are better than
But nobody will care.
He cares.
He cares, I guess, but nobody. Like, if Hogan left, which I have a feeling Hogan's going to be gone soon in Bischoff.
Well, Hogan just had back surgery. That's why you haven't seen him.
Well, he can't wrestle.
I thought he was getting back surgery so he could come back and wrestle. Turns out, now they're saying, yeah, he got back surgery. He's going to do the smart thing. He got back surgery. He's going to say, forget it. I'm done wrestling. Isn't that what they should have done from the beginning?
Yes.
I mean, did they really need him to be a wrestler? Wasn't it good enough that you could advertise Hulk Hogan was going to be on your wrestling show? Did anyone really tune in that night on TNA to watch Hulk Hogan wrestle? I mean, did they really think that was going to happen? He's old as hell. He's 60. So, you can use him as a character. He should have been, obviously just the GM of TNA, or the GM of Impact, plain and simple, or the owner, or whatever. He should have been clearly in charge with the title, and that's it. And then you start your stories from there. But, do we really want to go on about TNA?
Well, what do you do with Bischoff?
Bischoff, I think, he's a great wrestling mind. There's no denying that. He's extremely smart when it comes to the wrestling business. But, is his time come and gone too? I don't know. Maybe not. You'd have to tell me, who was writing that stuff, who's, deciding where we're going to do the character development, how long the matches are, what the storylines are going to be, where the attention's going to be, who's going to put the belt to where. Has this been a mutual sort of agreement with Dixie and Vince and Hulk and Eric, and they're holding hands, and they're all just going to say, well, we're going to play like a Supreme Court? Are they going from one? Is it all Vince Russo? Does Dixie have all the power? I don't know. So first you'd have to tell me who was really in charge of TNA, and then I can tell you who has been responsible. Because whoever's been really in charge there, I'd have to say Dixie if I had to guess, has been responsible for possibly the worst era or portion of wrestling I've seen in a long time. It's been for, the last year or so. I think it's been awful. And, Bischoff's gone, Hogan's gone, not gone, but they've been grounded.
Yeah.
And is it getting any better? Are the ratings going up? Is something going on? We're not seeing it in the ratings. They're still getting 1.0s, if they're lucky.
They just do it all wrong.
It's a bad, bad program. I will give you that about TNA. And I'm sorry to my TNA fans. We've probably lost so many of them for bashing on TNA, but I wanted them to do so well. If you really know me, big Hulk Hogan fan. I wanted nothing more than for Hulk Hogan to come in, be a good character, get the Monday Night Wars, start it again. I think that's what everybody wanted, and it didn't happen. And I'm disappointed. I'm still disappointed that they ran away. TNA ran away.
You know what they went away from? And nothing against Hogan. I'm sure it's not his idea. But I just don't like Hogan cheesy lately. I liked him in the beginning when they had him just in the room, Hogan's office, wrestler come in and talk to him. Like a real GM. Come out once in a while. I didn't like the whole, Bischoff going in his room and they alternating. I didn't get it. They should have just had two deaths then or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. You can't have an Hogan office and a Bischoff office unless they're different offices and they mean something different, which still doesn't make sense, right? But I liked that in the beginning. It actually was pretty cool. Wrestlers would go in there and talk to him, sort of like what McMahon used to do. I mean, McMahon had his office, wrestlers come in, he'd make an appearance once on the show, maybe twice, to come talk for everybody, but most part he was in his office. You didn't see him much. Hogan's out there all the time, and he's promoting like RVD. He's doing cheesy interlogs for these guys. It's just, he comes out all the time. Bischoff will come out, the music, it's just so bad. They just throw matches together. Jeff Hardy, I just don't get it, man.
All right. So I guess we gave TNA a good spanking then to start the show, huh?
Sure. Wrestling
that TNA. And listen, I want to do a little advertisement. We're going to have a big show coming up here in 2 weeks. It's our 25th episode. We're going to pull out all the stops. We're going to have all sorts of entertainment going on in 2 weeks. So we want to make sure that everybody tunes in and comes through. We're going to have all the regulars on. We're going to go through everybody's favorite skits. We're going to go through some of our favorite moments, do a couple of flashbacks. Nice. It's going to be an all-around great show. So in 2 weeks, everybody, the Big Al Show 25th episode, it's going to be something you don't want to miss. So make sure you listen to that. What? 6 o'clock. Oh, don't start doing the what. What? Oh, forget it.
What?
I hate that.
No, you're missing it.
What do you mean?
It's Mel Gibson.
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't listened to the big Mel Gibson rant and rave. I thought you were doing the Steve Austin.
No, but those are
thing.
great.
I didn't listen yet.
You got to.
Yeah. Well, from what I hear, he's just going off on what? On his girlfriend or wife or
girlfriend.
How do you know she wasn't asking for it?
I think she stirred something up.
She probably did. She's a woman. Sorry, ladies.
No,
sorry. She gotta know what you're doing. Yeah.
Ooh, he goes crazy.
I didn't hear it, so I'm not defending him. I don't know what he said yet. Mel Gibson's nuts, so you never know what he's going to say, especially if he doesn't know he's on film.
Then he's going to do the stinger to her.
The back. He didn't say he's going to hit her with a baseball bat.
In the back of the head.
Oh, murder. Well, you know.
You bury her in the rose garden.
You know. Mel Gibson. You know what? If Vince was smart, he'd jump on the horn right now. Get him on Raw.
As a guest.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
You know, him running around chasing the divas around. You know, it might be the best thing for Mel Gibson to do right now. Take a little fun at himself.
Yeah.
He's done, you think?
Yeah.
I think he was done when you got, what was it?
It was a Jewish thing.
You got pulled over. And
he started doing good again.
Uh-huh.
And now after this, he now his label dumped him again. Another new label dumped him.
No.
So now he's done.
So we're not going to get a sequel to Passion of the Christ?
No. But man, he's just like the Lethal Weapon character on these tapes.
Right.
Crazy.
What do you mean the Lethal Weapon?
Well, you know, he's kind of
right. You just like him?
Dude, he's really good.
What's his name in Lethal Weapon? You should know. We've watched that movie
forever. Tubbs? No, that's from...
Okay, so, listen. Bryan Danielson. Your buddy.
Who's that?
That's the guy who was in NXT who got fired.
Oh, yeah.
Just to set the record straight, I guess, once and for all, you know, the announcer, Justin Roberts,
yes,
the guy that he choked, I guess Justin Roberts didn't really know that he was supposed to take off. And saying, you know, he got caught up there.
Right.
And the NXT wrestlers, at that time, they were called NXT, which was better than Nexus.
Okay, it sounds like a shampoo.
Sounds awful.
Nexus.
Yeah, it's definitely the beginning of the ruining of that angle. But, yeah, you could tell I kind of went sour on the NXT thing. It's still kind of cool to try, and that's what I like about the WWE right now.
Yeah.
Raw, they're actually putting effort in. There's some story there, at least with the NXT thing. You know, you were ripping on Ted DiBiase, just to jump off topic here. I thought him and Maurice, though, are maybe a nice little couple. Maurice?
Who's that?
His little girlfriend that he's with, blonde.
Come on.
She's a gold digger. You know, she's out for his money. I agree that Ted DiBiase isn't the greatest personality, but you have to say, I mean, at least that's sensible booking. You're putting the gold-digging, you know, sexy female with the guy who's supposed to have all the money on the way up, young kid.
He doesn't act like.
You know,
if you
really wanted to play that angle correctly, you could have Maurice just, you know, kind of dog him out towards the end. You could turn him face.
Yeah, you could.
By just, you know, people hating Maurice and maybe the way that she starts to treat him maybe he'll go all Mel Gibson on her. What do you think of that?
Can't. PG.
I don't know. You could take a baseball bat. Thing does it.
Yeah, but
not to a woman near, right? Probably not.
TNA is X-rated.
X-rated?
Oh, it's
nasty. You've been watching way more TNA than me. Is Orlando Jordan still messing around over there?
I haven't seen him in weeks.
So he's done.
I think so.
He got canned.
Did he get canned?
I don't know. I haven't heard from him. That's why I was asking you.
OJ.
You know, I actually put in a request to interview him a while back. Yeah, he never got back to me.
He's busy.
So screw you, Orlando Jordan.
Hey.
You don't even have a job anymore.
Be with his
Probably never again. Yeah. So enjoy your time with your boyfriend.
Oh, come on.
Big Al's going to go on a rampage from now on. To all wrestlers out there, if you reject a request, you're going to get torn apart by the Big Al Show. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. You could reject us, but I'll bring it up.
Gee.
You know.
Abdullah the Butcher.
He would probably come on.
He's great.
He's awesome.
He doesn't
would be a great interview.
Something different.
Yeah, he was on, I think, the Dan Le Batard
Yeah, you got
show,
to
right?
call him Abdullah, right?
And he got pissed off because Dan Le Batard was calling him Larry. That's just his name. I know, I'm Abdullah the Butcher. Don't call me that. Hurry up. Pretty cool. Abdullah the Butcher. Better mic skills than any young kids in wrestling these days.
Sure, all of them.
So, hey, you were talking about Tommy Dreamer's injury?
Yeah.
It was an MCL tear. I can't believe, he might even have to get surgery on it. He's trying not to because he never had to get surgery before. What the hell? What a loser. Tommy Dreamer, come on. He was a jobber in ECW. They're giving him the keys like he was the big shot. He was the main jobber. Where's Shane Douglas? Is Taz involved?
No.
No? Taz didn't get up and lead this?
No.
What the freak is going on? It is retarded. Dixie, you are a retard. Plain and simple.
Oh, what did he tear it, like jumping into the ring? Like, how did he get hurt, though? Did they say?
I thought you watched it.
I did. Oh, I didn't see the injury. I'm not paying attention to a guy falling. You know, the show must go on.
Maybe.
I'm sure it didn't hit the ground. Or
he was always a jobber, though. Tommy Dreamer has never been good.
Hey, I saw on YouTube, you know who's still wrestling? I can't believe it.
They're all still wrestling. What do you mean? They can't. None of these also get retired.
Indie show. It's like Alabama or something. I don't know. Some country state.
Okay, Alabama wrestling.
Okay, yeah. Disco Inferno talking trash in the ring. It was great.
What did he have to say? He looks like
46 broke. He looks the same.
Is he still Disco Inferno?
Shape.
Does he still do the Disco Inferno?
Yes.
McMahon doesn't know that?
No, he's still Disco. And Buff Bagwell on there too, talking trash. Doing great work, man.
So this is like the return of WCW for you.
Dude, they're doing awesome over there. Like, if I wish I could watch it. I wish this was like I would definitely watch this on the internet.
Okay, listen, all our Chris Jericho fans out there. Chris Jericho may no longer be in the WWE.
Whoa.
I can't say that for sure, but listen. He has a bunch of Monday nights scheduled for his rock band Fozzy. Coming up in the next couple months after September. That's his band.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to be on tour on some Monday nights.
We going?
So I imagine, we should check. Maybe he's going to go over to SmackDown.
Are we going?
Are we going to see Fozzy?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
What?
Absolutely not.
You don't want to rock out?
All right, you want to lose a whole bunch of fans real quick? I'm not into Jericho's music. There's a lot of
How do you know? Is it rock?
Heard it.
What, alternative?
It's kind of rockish alternative. It's kind of crappy.
Is he a singer or bass?
I can't believe you've never heard it.
No, I'm sorry. I don't have the WWE CD in my car.
You don't have WWE music on you at 8?
No.
What a dork.
Wait, we used to drive around and listen to, like, WCW music, remember?
That was you, buddy. Don't blame me for that.
Spanish song, what was it called? Eddie Guerrero's and
LWO, yeah.
American Males.
Oh, that's all you.
That was a hot song.
So listen, how do you feel about Jericho possibly leaving? He's one of the, what do you mean that's good? He's one of the best things left in the WWE.
He needs to do what he needs to do. If he wants to concentrate on his career.
Well, you know what happened with his show? Remember we talked about
it got canceled. No good.
Apparently, yeah. They figured it's going to get canceled, and I guess they found this out when their 5th episode, which they had already made 6 episodes, they looked and saw that the 5th episode had turned into the season finale. So I guess they figured that the show wasn't going to go on. Sorry, Jericho.
Maybe you could do Truth or Dare. Remember that show on Nickelodeon? That was cool with the slime.
Jericho on Nickelodeon, Truth or Dare?
Yeah, they don't do that show anymore. Remember that with the slime? Awesome.
It's actually not a bad idea. They don't do it anymore? It was Double Dare. Now,
that's Truth or Dare. Dirty one. I was like, Truth or Dare.
Nickelodeon.
Triple X.
Truth or Dare.
Whatever.
Oh, boy.
Hey, did you know MTV had a wrestling federation only lasted 1 season? It's on DVD.
I would assume, are you talking from the Hogan, when Hogan and Piper did that thing?
No. The WWE came out, it was called like Extreme or something like that. It was
it wasn't associated with WWE. What year?
Nothing to do with it. I don't know.
I don't know about any MTV wrestling.
It only lasted 1 season. They tried, and I guess it failed. It was an extreme kind of ECW kind of thing. MTV did it, though. I'm curious. The season's for sale for like $20. Can't hurt. Better than the crap I'm watching.
Yeah.
You never know. Oh.
Well, I'll tell you what we are going to have on here relatively soon. And these are some wonderful, wonderful guests.
Really?
We are going to have some guests on here. We're going to get a little different. You know what I used to watch?
Chinese neighbor.
No. You know what I used to watch? Real late at night when I was a kid, 9 years old, 10 years old. I was watching Glow. Okay? Stay up late at night if I could. I was really young and it came on real late. But boy, if I could stay up late enough.
I remember
some of those girls and the way they pound on each other and throw each other around, it was all very new to me because they were pretty hot. We're going to get some of those lovely ladies here on the Big Al Show. I want to do a Glow special. I want to do something with the ladies of Glow, the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. You know, they're still doing Glow out in Vegas.
Oh, yeah?
It's like a show. I'd like to go see it. I wonder what that's all about.
I like to see anything other than TNA.
You're just going to keep on TNA.
For WWE. WWE. What a joke. It's WWF.
Hey, the World Wildlife Fund will get on you.
I like World Wildlife.
I know you love animals.
But it's still the WWF. I grew up when I watched the goddamn symbol, WWF, not they're cool and wacky.
We all did. And I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
It's way ridiculous. I don't know. Vince, you would think Vince would have some good lawyers, but I guess the Wildlife Fund probably has some great lawyers.
Oh, yeah.
So they could go tit for tat with Vince on that one.
Why is the WWE ring still loud as the Jesus? It's loud as hell. Sounds like thunder in there.
Those wrestlers are getting slammed.
It's ridiculous. That's another thing. A pet peeve why I hate it. What is that super loud ring? Sounds like thunder every time someone hits the ground.
Like Thunder Dan Marley from the Miami Heat?
And the Phoenix Suns. Hey, Penny Hardaway wants to play for the Heat, I heard.
Oh.
Isn't he like 49 years old?
Listen, Penny Hardaway is dying for work. Penny Hardaway was released by the Heat in 2007. Dude, we released him in 2007, so why in the hell would we want him now? We let him go to make room for a guy by the name of Luke Jackson.
I know why.
Why?
Because of the old commercials, Penny Hardaway.
Yeah, we can do them.
Those were funny.
Yeah, do them with LeBron.
Well, yeah.
Did you hear about Cleveland? They're so upset. The beer company,
great.
They came out with a beer that's bitter.
I love it.
And it says, leaves a bitter aftertaste.
It's wonderful.
Boy, the state of Ohio is upset.
They're doomed. You know, they got nothing. They got nothing in the off season.
I'm sorry, Ohio.
They're done. Oh, and the Hurricanes are going to beat Ohio State.
Detroit,
by the way.
You think so? Detroit Pistons didn't get anything in the off season either.
It's because everyone's asking $100 million. Darko Milicic got like freaking
$20 million.
Jesus Christ! How can we compete with that? We can't even sign our shitty Darko Milicic back if we want. We wouldn't want him, but
right. Sorry, guys, we're getting off topic a little. Doing a little NBA. You know how we like to mix it up a little bit.
New Bowl.
New Bowl's dead. R.I.P. Hey.
R.I.P.
Okay, one more time, everybody. Big show, 25th episode of the Big Al Show.
I know, 25.
25. We've been doing this for a while. We've had some hit episodes. Okay, 2 weeks back, we're talking about, I don't like to talk about numbers.
Oh,
it's a great number. Okay, so keep watching us. I'm losing it. Keep listening. We appreciate everybody tuning in, taking your time to listen to the Big Al Show. I hope we entertain you. I hope that my speaking and us talking about wrestling is good enough for you guys to listen to. I appreciate it.
Yes. Hey, you know, I saw Dustin Rhodes when they made him try to be 7, they called him. He looked like The Undertaker, WCW brother. Dustin Rhodes, remember
Right,
Dustin?
yes, I remember that. Yeah.
And he came out. Was that real or was that fake? Remember he came out, he's like, I'm not this crappy character, I don't like it, I didn't like Gold Dust.
Of course it was scripted, but, you know.
That was real.
Yeah, of course there was some real behind it. But
where's that at? You see what I'm saying? Something simple like that. Got me
in. Of course, but they don't do that anymore.
God, it's so hard. I know. It's it took years to write that script.
You were talking about Raw getting a 3.5. Raw got 3.3.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's not like that's the lowest they've been. They got down to like a 3.0 and 3.1.
Reruns.
There for a minute. Oh, no. Really? Well, yeah, Seinfeld, maybe, yeah.
Reruns.
Yeah, but I'm talking about cable. Cable Raw still rules.
Cable Raw.
3.3 is still, like, number 1.
No,
any week on cable.
No.
Yes.
So you're telling me the next best show is so Raw's the best
on cable? Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I'm not watching it.
You are watching it.
I'm watching Pawn Stars. American Pickers.
You're a loser. What kind of wrestling fan are you?
Not a WWE.
Hey, yeah, you know, everybody has their taste and their right to choose what they want to watch.
Right.
I'm all for going into hibernation when you don't like what they're giving you on TV and watching the old stuff. You know that.
Going in a cave.
But, you know, hey, we got pay-per-view coming up Sunday. So something to get excited about. I always like pay-per-views. Money in the Bank.
Oh, God.
No? You're not feeling the Money in the Bank.
Stupid name.
It's a stupid name, but all of the stupid gimmicks they're doing with pay-per-views in the WWE these days, they don't mean anything if you're doing gimmicks all the time.
Still using the 80s, take the ladder and get something from the top.
Yeah, very old school. The whole ladder match is kind of played out. But I do like the Money in the Bank match. They're usually fun to watch. Doesn't mean I think we should see them all the time.
It's such a dumb...
It should be reserved for special occasions.
I don't even like it. This guy wins, he gets a... So stupid.
I don't like the rule to it.
What I mean?
Right, the idea that you could just pretty much jump a guy anytime and say, I want a match now and take the belt, takes away from the belt.
So stupid.
Makes the belt a little less believable and important. Can you imagine Harley Race in the ring and Ric Flair runs out with a briefcase to cash in his Money in the Bank, right, again, and takes the belt from Race? It's ridiculous. You know, you wouldn't have those classic, you know, Starcade build-ups, or even huge single matches. Put the cage, you know, they used to put the cage on the ring to keep people out because they were going to settle the feud. It was going to end in the ring. That was it. Cage match was symbolic. You know what I'm saying? You know, Hogan beats Bundy at WrestleMania 2. See you later, Bundy. Never to be heard from again.
And you know what I like too? They didn't have the champion back then. Like Ric Flair every week. You understand? He wrestled on pay-per-views. For the most part, he wrestled maybe once
in a blue moon, you'd catch him on TV. Lucky, he would wrestle a bum, put him in the figure four, and actually beat him with the figure four, which was like, whoa!
But tell me that's not smart. Then you build up your monk, whoever he's, you know, going against, whoever's challenging him. You know, then you can build that match. Every Monday, I got to see a freaking champion in a tag, or a triple way, or a four-way, or something. Like, the champion, he must wrestle. He must wrestle. Even if it's not for his belt, he has to be in the main, he has to be in a four-way tonight, a three-way, a two-way. He has to be in
I think that's what a lot of people complain about, too, when they talk about Cena. Because you know what? I like Cena. I think he's a good character, good personality. I don't mind him in the ring. I don't care what anybody says. But I think when people complain about him, it's because he's front and center. He's wrestling every week. I don't even think it's a matter that he's the champion. If you're going to put him on television so much, make him wrestle so much, it kind of takes away from the aura, right? Hulk Hogan didn't wrestle on Superstars back in the day. He didn't wrestle on Wrestling Challenge back in the day. You wanted to see Hogan, you had to do one of two things. Pay for a pay-per-view, or wait up really late and hope it was Saturday night's main event time.
Or hope that he comes out and even talks on the mic, does an interview with me.
Yeah, a big thing was, an interview. Hulk Hogan came out and did an interview with Mean Gene on a Wrestling Challenge with Superstars. It was huge. It was huge. But that shows you how far we've gone. An interview now with a wrestler? Yeah. Okay, next.
Right. I don't like what you did to my friend. Now let's do a three-way. Tonight!
Wait a minute. Not so fast. You know, you could just do it. You could write it just like that. We could write a whole show here in the next 10 minutes.
It is a tad so cheesy. Whenever someone announces something, like, that's great tonight. Wow, I can't believe it. Like, he gets really excited for such crap. Jeff Hardy gets to be in a tag team. He's like, whoa, man, he's the worst. He sucks as an announcer. They both do.
We got a call from 920-920. You're with us on the Big Al Show.
420.
Hey, what's going on, Big Al? WWE Ryan here.
What is up, Ryan? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good. Let's see. We got Money in the Bank this weekend, and I'm pretty excited to talk about these matches.
Yeah, you did some great predictions that I read over. Go ahead and share your predictions with everybody on the Big Al Show. We got WWE Ryan, everybody. We've been ranting and raving a little bit of hate on wrestling these days. So, Ryan, come on in through here and, you know, put it into perspective. What's going on this Sunday at the pay-per-view, and what do you think is going to happen?
Okay, thanks. First we got the Divas and women's matches, and let's just move on with that. Next we'll just skip to the Raw.
I'm on to that.
Okay, let's just start with the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match. I got to agree with you, Big Al. I think Randy Orton has a great shot of winning this thing. However, my dark horse, I'm just thinking maybe The Miz might pull it off. I don't know.
But you know I love Randy Orton.
Yeah, I know you do. And now for SmackDown?
I always think he should be in the main event picture or with the belt. And they haven't really given him a title run in a while. He's definitely due.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I read an article saying how John Cena has been in 12 of the last 13 pay-per-view matches, so.
Yeah, time
for the main event. Yeah. And then for SmackDown, I know a lot of people have been arguing this with me, but I am pretty positive that Kane is going to win. I mean, with this feud going on, I think that Kane is going to gain the edge and that he might even cash in, that same night. Because I think with this Money in the Bank pay-per-view, at least one of the two Money in the Bank ladder match winners should cash in on that second night.
Now, Kane's an interesting pick because do you think, I know they had planned or they were thinking about doing something with him and The Undertaker when Taker came back. Now that might not happen so soon. Do you think that could play into that?
We'll just have to wait and see.
Are we losing that, Ryan?
You there, Ryan?
What? Yeah, I'm right here.
Go for it. Next match.
Next match, let's just skip to the World Heavyweight between Swagger and Mysterio. I think, first, I think the face is going to win this one, so I'll go with Mysterio. However, I think at the end of the match, Mysterio will get the win, but then Swagger will come in and apply his ankle lock, and then that's when we might see, like, Kane or the SmackDown Money in the Bank cash in right at that moment.
Okay. Well, anything for me to get the World Heavyweight title off Rey Mysterio is a good thing.
Yeah, I agree. But, however, I would like to see Evan Bourne win. That'd be exciting.
Really? You like Evan Bourne?
Yeah, I like Evan Bourne, mainly because I like John Cena, and Cena was the guy who gave me the push, but.
You like Cena. Now, a lot of people these days, boy, you must hear it, Ryan, because there's a lot of Cena haters out there.
Yeah, I hear it all right.
Do you wear the colors out? Do you wear the orange out? The jean shorts?
Yeah,
no, not the jean.
What? Yep, got to agree. To every pay-per-view showing I go to, I wear my John Cena shirt, and I even bought a pair of jean shorts to wear to show my pride.
Nice. Very nice, Ryan. That's awesome.
Yeah, not as good as my TNA TJ. Yeah, not as good as my TNA TJ Dennis Rodman shirt, but.
Oh, you got Dennis Rodman. He remembers last week. Cool. Rodzilla. Nice one, Ryan. Very nice, buddy.
Yep. And to leave you guys, we'll talk about the WWE Championship match between John Cena and Sheamus. Much like Fatal 4-Way, John Cena, in my opinion, has a 25% chance to win this match. 25% Cena wins, 25% Sheamus wins, 25% Nexus somehow gets involved and possibly wins, and or the last 25% that a Raw Money in the Bank ladder match winner cashes in. But as a Cena fan, it hurts me to do this, but I'm going to have to pick Sheamus to win this one.
Wow. All right, Sheamus, Ryan. I personally, this is like the 20th time I think they've wrestled in the last 6 months or so.
I agree. I'm getting kind of sick of it too, but.
So, all right, Sheamus. I like that Sheamus came out to help Cena last week. Were you popping for that? Did you like that?
Yeah, I thought that was interesting how like Cena and Sheamus did come out to help Cena, but then Raw just cut off the air right away. Like Cena and Sheamus are standing there saying, "Woo-hoo, we dominated Nexus," and then the show cuts off. Cena and Sheamus are facing each other. Like they should have had when Sheamus came out and helped him and was like, "Yeah," Cena should have just went behind and just gave him an attitude adjustment. Seemed like they kind of just left Raw a little bit too good of a note.
Don't you think Cena should challenge him outdoors in the sun?
Yeah.
A beef match.
You would see him red.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Ryan, thanks for stopping by, brother, for calling in. We appreciate it, man. Good prediction.
Yep, that was fun. Thanks, guys, for having me.
All right, brother. WWE Ryan, everybody, coming through with the perspective. We always like to get the guys in here to do some predictions because a lot of times we just like to goof off when it comes to some of this wrestling news. And lately, some of the WWE stuff they've been doing for me, kind of old, kind of stale. You know, we're going to stick with it here on the Big Al Show. But, you know.
So did you like my idea for that match? A beach match?
A beach match? John Cena versus Sheamus? I would watch. They would have to make it a pay-per-view, make it special, like Bash at the beach, or just have a Bash at the beach and have a whole storyline with Sheamus not wanting to be a part of the card, doing anything to avoid being a Bash at the beach. Yeah, you could do something with the fans. One of the faces starts some type of taunt for him, and then he comes out, you know, at the beach. It'd be a whole thing. People would have signs, but you know, is the WWE going to do that?
No.
Absolutely not.
They might lose their
It's a good idea, though.
You might lose them.
You think he just melts? Die? Too much sun?
Well, he could get hurt. Fourth degree burn.
He comes out all wrapped up in cloth.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't think they do it.
That's on fire.
No.
Because the 80s wrestlers are all freaking tan.
Hulk Hogan was tan.
They love the sun. They wish it was out beach wrestling every day.
Well, everybody took off from the chat. Talk about a slow day for wrestling. But thank you to Ryan for calling in. I guess Harrison took off. Maybe he got pissed off. But Ryan called in and took his spot there for a prediction. You can call in with your predictions too, Harrison. Don't get upset at WWE Ryan. I love how all of our callers have names. They have characters.
Yes.
We don't have regular callers. We don't have Jim and John. We have the Grim. We don't have Grim. We have Harrison with the Harrison analysis.
We don't have jobbers calling.
WWE Ryan. We have no jobbers. We got professionals. Yeah, we don't have Mike from, you know.
What do you get at 295 pounds?
And boy, do you miss. You miss those jobbers.
Oh, God, yes. They always had, like, some cheesy smile or, like, wave to the crowd.
All right, listen. Let's go through the card and let's give our
predictions.
You ready?
Yeah, sure.
We'll do it quick and fun, and
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Rock.
Let's go through the female matches, because some people do care about them.
Female.
Alicia Fox, who I absolutely love. Alicia, if you're listening, please contact me. I'll do anything. Just marry me. I'll do anything for you.
Wow.
I love you.
Whoa.
She's the champion, by the way. Anything. She's the champion, and she's taking on Eve. Eve's a nice girl. She let VIP put her luggage in her car. Remember that? On the Kick-Ass Wrestling Show. So I'll never forget that. And every time I see Eve, I'll think of VIP doing that.
Right.
And she was startled when VIP gave her a hug. She was not expecting it. The VIP was going to get it one way or the other. So he got his hug and picture with Eve. So Alicia Fox all the way. I think she should be champion for at least 10 years.
10 years.
10 years sounds about right. What do you think?
I got Marissa.
No. There's no Marissa. Who's Marissa?
What did you say?
Who the hell is Marissa?
What did you say? Alicia Fox and who?
Alicia Fox and Eve Torres.
Oh, Eve. I got Eve.
You got Eve. You're terrible.
What? She's not a jobber, right? Thanks.
Layla taking on Kelly.
Kelly.
Not really interested too much in either, but Layla has kind of a little attitude, and she's sassy, and she was nice when she came out of the arena to all the fans. So I'm going to go with Layla to continue her reign as women's champ.
Nice.
Yeah. What do you think?
Sure.
Layla as well?
Sure, Layla.
Nice. The Usos are once again going to take on the Hart Dynasty in the I Don't Give a F match of the night.
Who's Uso?
Exactly. Well, the WWE has done such a poor job of packaging them and making them and creating them as a tag team that you wouldn't know. But they are talented. They're nice guys. They're the sons of, I believe, the sons of Rikishi. And it's by Jimmy Snuka's daughter.
Thugs.
Oh, kind of thugs. GQ thugs.
Right.
Kind of weird, right? I know, you're laughing. But they're really overdoing this feud to death. They've been wrestling too much. It doesn't mean anything anymore. The Usos are probably going to win because they've lost and chopped out so much to the Hart Dynasty. I think the Hart Dynasty are going to drop the belts to the Usos. So I'm going with the Usos to get the little push here. It's not going to mean a thing.
Same here. Usos.
Stop taking my prediction. All right, you're going first next. Money in the Bank ladder match. For Raw, Orton, Morrison, Mark Henry. Oh, I know you're going to go Mark Henry. Chris Jericho. You know they're going to job out Jericho.
Right.
DiBiase, Edge, The Miz, and Evan Bourne. I'm going with Randy Orton. That's it?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for taking my pick again. I was supposed to let you go first.
I like him. He's a good guy. Good. Next.
SmackDown, Kofi Kingston, Intercontinental Champion.
Kingston from
Cody Rhodes, Christian, Matt Hardy, The Big Show, Kane, Drew McIntyre, and Dolph Ziggler. I am going to go with Big Show.
Big Show too.
I was going. You're just being silly now. You're not even taking this seriously.
No, this is serious. I like Big Show.
All right. The world title match. Jack Swagger going up against Rey Mysterio. Who do you think is going to win? TNA TJ?
Rey Mysterio.
I'm going with Jack Swagger. Yeah.
Swagger.
Better than the heavyweight champion.
I know, but they always give it to Mysterio.
I know, Vince is in love with him.
That's why I'm going.
He used to watch him in WCW and write him love notes. He's loved him ever since. He's treated him like a son he never had. He's going to give the company to Rey Mysterio and Big Show one day.
When is that pissed? He doesn't get nothing.
These WCW guys were the best. Okay. John Cena and Sheamus for the WWE title. I'm going to go with Cena.
I got Cena too.
He might lose it, but I'm going to go with Cena.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. Money in the Bank ladder match. Ladder match. Pay-per-view. I don't like these gimmicks. I'm sorry. Unless it's Survivor Series, unless it's Royal Rumble, it should not be a gimmick pay-per-view. You can have a gimmick match if you really, really want to, or even two if it's really, really special. But, you know, the gimmick over and over doesn't make them special if you're just doing it all the time. Something special. Fatal 4-Way. Fatal 4-Way is a pay-per-view. That's a gimmick. It's a title made to sell an extra 5,000 buys from a couple idiots who see it and go, oh, Fatal 4-Way, that sounds kind of cool. I haven't watched wrestling in a while. And they turn it on and, well, that sucks.
What was the match they used to have with the rope around your neck and you have to tag each corner? Each wrestler has to go to each corner and hit the belt.
Bull rope match.
Is that what it's called?
A collar match? I know. Yeah.
Now that could be a pay-per-view.
Sure, those are pretty cool. I still don't think any gimmicks are good.
Of course.
No, we're gonna have all bull rope paper matches.
The brutal bull rope match.
Yeah, those were awesome. I was watching the Greg Valentine and Roddy Piper one the other day. Oh, pretty much, I think Piper said 50% of his earring gone from that match with Greg Valentine. He said it was the most brutal match he ever had. Starcade. NWA was brutal, man. People got hurt in the NWA. NWA was awesome, but boy, they didn't care. Jim Cornette broke his leg on the scaffold. Remember that big scaffold, the Road Warriors, the Midnight Express?
I have that on DVD.
Jim Cornette
refused to watch it.
Freaked himself out.
Starcade, baby.
Which one did I refuse? You didn't tell me.
I have a Starcade DVD, and you said you don't want to watch any of the matches.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to happen.
I'm going to wait for a set of Starcade. I want to watch every single Starcade in order.
It won't happen.
It's going to happen.
The man says no to that stuff.
We're going to beat Vince McMahon, my friend. We're going to beat him at his own game.
Talk to his son. Find his son's Facebook or Twitter and get friends with him. Maybe he'll start up a wrestling federation. Get you involved.
All right, everybody. We're going to start to shut things down.
Shut it down.
Extremely slow wrestling day. You know, we kind of did this last minute. But it's fun. And we always have a good time with it.
We do.
All right, TNA TJ.
Peace out to Iron Sheik.
Did he die?
No, I said peace. Give him a peace sign.
Oh.
He's dangerous.
You never know about the Sheik
Right.
these days. I heard, who was I listening to the other day? I think it was old. There was somebody talking about, wasn't it you who, Dan Levitard was talking about Iron Sheik doing crack on the airplane? Yeah. Oh, man, Iron Sheik. And this was back in the heyday.
Yeah.
Boy, you know, he always loves to tell the story about how he didn't do Vince wrong when he had a chance. They invited him, Greg Gagne and Vern invited him to go up to the AWA, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Surprise Vince and just leave him there, take the title with him before he dropped it to Hogan. They offered him a sum of money. Because, you know, Vince was kind of playing lowball with Hogan, kind of stealing Hogan from him, meeting him in hotel rooms, taking him away from, you know, promised dates that he was going to show up at.
Man.
So I guess they offered, the story goes, is the Sheik tells that they offered him $25,000 or I don't know, something, maybe more. I forget what he said, but it was a lot in those days. And the Sheik said, I say no, I'm not bite the hand that feed me. Mr. McMahon, it's the hand that feed me. I don't bite the hand that feed me. So, I don't know. Iron Sheik.
Cool guy. And quick shout-out to my boy Buff Bagwell, Disco Inferno, Stevie Ray.
Oh, yeah, you got to do that every week.
Yeah.
We didn't really do the games this week. But we're kind of saving some fun and special stuff for that 25th episode. We're going to come at you with some new stuff. New everything. Revamp the show a little bit.
Vamp it up.
Okay? So you're going to tune in for a different experience for the 25th episode in 2 weeks. And, hey, next week's going to be great as well.
Sure.
Every Saturday, 6 o'clock. And enjoy Money in the Bank tomorrow, everybody.
Men in Black.
Yeah, sure. Men in Black. I'll be watching it. You can catch me on my Twitter, twitter.com/kickasswrestling, no G. Check out the show. We're still doing the Kick-Ass Wrestling show, just a little less frequently. And I'm still going to do some reviews. It's going to take me a little while. I'm trying to revamp some things, change some things. So we'll get back to it when we get back to it. But stick with us and check it out. We got a lot of good stuff up there, especially the last video we did a couple of weeks ago with NXT, the Invasion, and some interviews and stuff. If you haven't seen it, go check it out at youtube.com/kickasswrestlingshow. And I guess that's about it.
That is it.
You got anything else to say? Any shout-outs? You got your Buff Bagwell in, your weekly shout-out to him.
Sid Vicious.
Sid Vicious. Anybody you have the fever for? Who do you have the fever for this week?
Inferno.
That's a simple one, though. You do that every week.
But I do because I just seen him again.
I mean, it's kind of simple, right? You have the fever for Disco Fever, Disco Inferno. Right, because you got his toy. That's better. That's respectable. All right, everybody. I'm going to give my wrestling fever this week to Vince Russo.
All right.
Yeah, I have the fever for Vince Russo. You know why? Because they say that when Dixie Carter came back after her appearance on Impact, he was, you know, and these are the legit reports. I don't know how legit they are, but these are the reports. He was ecstatic, telling her how great she did and what a wonderful job he did. They say he was very over the top in his praise for Dixie Carter and what she did. So you could just see Russo back there. That was a fantastic job, Dixie. I knew you could pull it off. Perfect. Rage through the roof. Vince McMahon, you son of a bitch. So, yeah, Russo, you're a joke. But I have a fever for you because you're such a joke, and everyone knows it, apparently, except Dixie Carter, and the joke is on her. Boy, she's never going to speak to me or let me near any of her wrestlers. But I don't give a shit.
She's a bitch.
Thanks for joining us, everybody, on the Big Al Show. We'll see you next week and every Saturday at 6 o'clock.
What you want?